Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Please do subscribe. Today I'll be teaching you how to draft a basic bodice block. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is to insert my shoulder measurement. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2 and that will give me 7.5 inches. So I'll mark it at the top of my pattern sheet like so, 7.5 inches. Now at that point, I'll come down by 1 inch to create my shoulder slant. The next thing I'm going to mark is the neck width. My neck width is 3 inches and I will join those 2 points to create the shoulder slant like you can see. And that's beautiful. So from that point, I'll create the neck width for the front, which is 3 inches. I'll be using my French curve to join the points to create a beautiful neckline like so. The next thing I'm going to do is to create the armhole width. The armhole width is the bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5, and for me that gives me 8 inches because my bust is about 39 inches. I wear sometimes 38. The next thing that would give me is my bust line, or what we also call the armhole line. I'm going to be marking the shoulder width 7.5 inches for a reason, to create the armhole curve. Okay, and along that same line is where I'm going to be inserting my bust divided by 4. So I'll be marking the next point 8 inches, and that will give me my bust line. I'll be marking the bust now. That will be 9 3/4 inches because that is my bust divided by 4. 39 inches divided by 4 will give us that. So I'm just doing this to ensure my line is straight, and there you have your bust line or chest line, as you may call it. Okay, the next thing we're going to be doing is to insert the waistline. From the shoulder, my waist goes down to about 17 inches. I'll mark that and create a straight line across, which will form my waistline. I'll use my ruler to join the points where I have marked. There you go, and that is the waistline. The next thing we're going to be creating will be the hip line. The hip line, for me, I'm measuring my bodice block up to about 23 inches. So it depends, you might be using 21, 22. At that point, I'm going to draw a straight line, and that will create my hip line, just like you can see. Beautiful. So the thing we're going to do, from the top of our pattern sheet, we're going to label. There you have the bust line, the waistline, and the hip line. Okay, and then I'll create my armhole curve. How do I do that? By dividing my armhole by 2. So the 8 inches is 4 inches. I'll be going in by 3/4 of an inch. You may choose to go in by 1 inch. Okay, mark it like so, and then I'll be using my French curve to join the points. So from the top of the shoulder line down there, and you have a beautiful curve. So along the bust line, we are going to mark the bust divided by 4, that would be 9 3/4 inches, and use my French curve to join the points like so. Isn't that beautiful? That's a beautiful armhole. So the next thing we'll be doing is to mark the waist. My waist is about 34 inches divided by 4. That will be 8.5 plus 1 inch for your dart allowance. Note that on this bodice block, we're not putting in the allowances yet. You do that on your fabric. So I've added 1 inch to create the darts. I'll join the 2 points, and that will give us a beautiful shape coming out there like so. The next thing I'm going to do, I'll insert the hip measurement. My hip divided by 4, 7 inches. Now I am not going to add an extra inch for that along the hip line. No, I'll only do that along the waistline. So my hip, that's 11 inches I've marked there. I'll take my ruler now and join the points from the waistline down to the hip, like so. And after that, the next thing we're going to do is to insert our darts. I'm going in by 4.5 inches. My nipple to nipple measurement is what I use to get this. 4.5 inches because my dart, I already added an allowance for it. Remember that? So I'll mark 4.5 inches along the waistline. Mark it. Now I go to the tip of my shoulder and come down by 12 inches. Remember that, 12 inches. That is where my dart is going to begin. Usually this is a standard measurement. It could be altered for other people, but I'm going down by 12 inches and going inward by 4.5 inches. I'll join the points. I'll form the midpoint of my dart. Now from the waistline, I'm coming down by 5 inches. This will form the length of my dart, 5 inches and then 4.5 inches from the edge. And I join the points like so. Beautiful. And then on each side of my dart, I'm going to be marking ½ inch like so. And then I'll join with my ruler in a triangular form to ½ inch, to ½ inch, and then down in that shape. This dart is going to create a beautiful shape on the bodice, and we can use the basic bodice block to create anything. Now with this, you have a beautiful basic bodice block. I believe you've learned something today. Thank you for watching up to this point. I'll be showing you in my next video how to draft the basic bodice block for the back. I look forward to seeing you as we learn several new skills together. Thank you. Have a good time. Bye-bye.